What's up, party people? It's me, Daniel, and we are back with another week of 514 Kids Online. And this week is really exciting because it is our fourth week of learning about our big idea, confidence. Confidence is learning to see yourself the way that God sees you. And it's an amazing thing when we start to see ourselves and have confidence in ourselves because God has confidence in you. God created you. He wants to be your friend. He loves everything about you, and we should do that for ourselves. And when you have confidence in yourself, you can have confidence in God, and you can have confidence in people around you. And that is really, really special, okay? Today, we're gonna check in with a story, but our bottom line is God can do the impossible, okay? God can do the impossible. In your life, things are not always gonna go your way. They're not always gonna respond how you think. People aren't going to act the way you want them to all the time. And there's gonna be situations that are really, really tough. And in those situations, we can trust that God is in control. And that's where we find the Israelites in our story today. In fact, in a time, they were not following God. They were following a god named Baal, right? Okay, Baal. Everybody say Baal for me. Yeah, that's right. And the king Ahab and his wife Jezebel were leading the Israelites into worshiping this fake God, okay? This God does not have any power. It wasn't real, but they were worshiping it anyway, which is not a good thing, right? God actually told them, don't worship other gods because they're not real. I'm real. Worship me instead. And so they were doing that anyway. So there was a guy named Elijah. Everybody say Elijah. Oh, beautiful. Elijah was a prophet. So he would go and he would help the Israelites. He would help people of the world learn about who God is, the one true God, and then try and figure out how to live. And it didn't always work great for Elisha or the prophets, okay? So at one point he goes to Ahab and he says, Ahab, you need to stop following Baal and follow God. Follow the true God, the God of Israel. And Baal is stubborn and angry, and he says, no, I'm not going to do it. And Elijah said, it's not going to rain for some time. It's not going to rain for a really long time, which is a hard thing to happen when you rely on the rain to grow all of your food, right? Because your cows need it, your bulls need it, all of your livestock need it. You need it for fruits and vegetables and all of those wonderful things that you eat to keep your body going. And it's not gonna rain until you guys stop worshiping Baal, okay? And Ahab got so angry and so stubborn, he sent his wife Jezebel to try and hurt all of the prophets. So Elijah had to run away. He was hiding in a cave, and while he was doing that, God sent him food and water to keep him alive. So sometime later, okay, Elijah goes back to Ahab, and it has not rained at this point, guys, for like 3 years, which is devastating. That is so difficult. Imagine all of the bad things that could happen if you rely on the rain for your food and all of your animals, right? You need the rain. So it hasn't rained in 3 years, and Elijah says, all right, Ahab, let's have a little competition. Let's see who is the one true God. We are going to set up 2 altars, and you can dance and you can worship and you can try your best to have your God light the altar on fire. And I will do what I need to do to have my God light the altar on fire. And whichever God actually lights the altar on fire, right? That is the one true God. And so Ahab said, sure, why don't we do that? He was confident, but not quite as confident as Elisha, because Elisha knew that God was actually real and that he could actually do it. And so they're worshiping and they're dancing and they're singing, and Elisha's kind of teasing them a little bit. Ahab's all his religious leaders, they're trying to get this thing lit, and they're dancing and they're dancing and they're dancing, and it's not working, okay? It is not working at all. And so Elisha, after time, he asks some Israelites to do something, okay? He arranges the wood and he puts the bowl on top of the wood. Now, back in those days, guys, we don't do this anymore, but in order to offer something to God, they would sacrifice an animal, okay? So in this case, it's a bull. And then he said, fill up 4 large jars of water, pour it on the offering and on the wood. So they did. Now he said, do it again. And then he said, do it a 3rd time. And they did. So guys, what does not work well with fire? Water. Water actually puts out fire. So Elisha is filling up 4 large jars of water, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and pouring it on the wood. Do you think that's gonna light on fire very easy? No, it seems crazy, but Elijah was confident that God can do the impossible, okay? And so Elisha prayed. He said, Lord, you are the God of Abraham and of Isaac and of Israel. Today, let everyone know that you are God in Israel. Let them know that I am your servant, and let them know all of these things that you have done because you commanded me. Answer me, Lord. Answer me. These people will know that you are the one and only God. They will know that you are turning their hearts back to you again. Okay? And so, guys, as soon as he finished that prayer, lightning came down from the sky and lit the altar on fire and vaporized the offering. And everybody started praying and worshiping God. It said all the people saw it. They fell down flat on their faces toward the ground and cried out, the Lord is the one and only God. The Lord is the one and only God. And so Elisha was so confident that God can do the impossible, and God did it, guys. God did it. Elijah said to Ahab, go, eat, drink. I hear the sound of a heavy rain. After 3 long years, it started to rain. You see, Elisha had confidence that God can do the impossible. When we have confidence that God can do the impossible in our lives, when things are rough, when things aren't going the way we expect, we can trust and we can believe fully that God is in control and that He is with us all the time. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun all the time. But guys, God is with us all the time, and He is fully in control, and He can take bad situations and make them good. Okay? Guys, that is our lesson for this week. I want you to say, God can do the impossible, and I want you to believe that with all of your heart, and I will see you next time.